So good afternoon. Here we are again. Today's Saturday. The 25th,
Yeah.
and Nicky Zhou accepted to be on the show. So I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me here.
No, it's my pleasure because you know that you accepted my invitation means a lot to me. So I wanted to first, as we put her title, she's in biotech and she's a researcher. So you're a biologist first.
Yes,
You're a biologist.
biologist. Yeah, that's
Okay.
officially the title.
Okay, so you're a biologist, but you added the word tech to it.
Yeah, biotech.
Yeah, so tech means, does that mean you use technology? No.
Basic. So what we are doing is like we have a territory patent that to protect what we are doing. So actually, are growing. The company is growing because like right now the gene therapy and the CRISPR technique, everything is blooming. So like our company actually
It's
have
booming.
it's booming for the gene therapy. So our company actually have a partner of our client that using like they license our technology, and then right now it's go through to clinical phase 3. I believe like what we are doing is going to be the future of like cancer therapy or like some of the genetic diseases that cannot be cured by antibiotics before. And so this is my passion, and like our company gets some investment from some other investors.
Yeah.
Now they are having like another company that like trying to use our product to manufacture our own product for patients, than just always license the technology for like main other resources. Now what I'm working on is mostly research and service.
Okay. Okay, so to go back to my question,
Yeah.
bio, why do you add the word tech to it?
Yeah, so like biology is one thing you can connect it to all the nature and the life forms, cell, bacteria, viruses, and then the tech part we have is that like we actually genetic modify one of the virus that we work with, so that is something that is innovative, special compared to our competitors. And that's the technology part, because also that like we use different technologies to manufacture this kind of non-harmed virus.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, it's not like the umbrella factory. It's not like that. It's more like harmless BSL1. So that is like I believe the technology part is covered by the patent, and it's not only biology but also involved with like other technologies in it.
Okay, so that's why it's called biotech, right?
I
Okay.
believe so.
So you studied both, the technology part of it and the biology?
My major is biotechnology, so originally my major is biotech.
Both. They're both.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So when you do your research, I mean, I'm not biologist, so if I sound stupid, just let me know. But
Fine.
when you do your research, you have those microbes, whatever's viruses that you developed artificially
Yeah.
with technology, and then you take them and you expose them to different elements and see how they react, or that's not it.
Basically, like the first part is right. Like we have the genetic modified viruses, and then we will use that for different kind of test subjects. Like mostly the first phase we use that for like in vitro. We test that on cells to
Oh.
see how they express and how well it is.
Yeah.
Before we move on to in vivo like animals, which is actually like follow the guidance, and then it's like properly like
A real natural environment.
it's in they have particular like companies or like a particular like facilities that will do that kind of like in vivo research.
Okay.
So they will test like that particular product, how they react on different kind of like symptoms,
Oh.
so called, and see if they have the test result to see if it's active or it's more like a negative, like no impacts at all.
Okay,
So
but testing on animals is not the same as testing on human, is it?
There is variations. There is variations. So what is trying to be is as accurate as possible.
Yeah.
So for like particular what disease model they have, they will try to choose like close to human being as possible. But definitely there is like variations. Like animals are not the same as human beings. Yeah.
Yeah. So the result you get from an animal, you write down the results, but you're not sure it's going to be the same on a human.
It will be more like a phase before go into clinical trial to start to test on human beings.
Yeah, it's going to take like 10 years. Is that the truth?
Yeah, it's a long time, yes.
So your job, like 8 hours a day at least, right? Is to practice on different hypotheses? So what do you do?
So like basically every day, I work in different field, like in vivo. Now it's more like in vitro.
In vitro, okay.
Yeah, so I used to like do the part for they already have the product and then start to test on animals before they go into clinical trial.
Okay.
But like right now, I'm more like the beginning part. Like we are first manufacturing the particular product first. Like so-called in this case, we use is the virus that's supposed to be able to like do the genetic modified part that can cure the disease from the beginning. So it won't be like you have to do the antibiotics all the time for some of the patient that's really painful, or like chemos like has so many side
Very
effects. Yeah, so we're trying to like from the root so they can change the genome, and then like it will be a one-time thing that they won't show the disease again. So what I'm doing right now mostly is like to manufacture this product for the research grade, so that like people can use that for in vitro research first on the cells mostly.
Okay. So it's like, I mean, I don't know the word in vitro fertilization. That's the most common word that we hear out there. We fertilize an egg and then put it inside a human to keep growing. So what you do is not that. You do in vitro, I mean, in a capsule somewhere.
More like for cells.
Yeah.
Yeah, cells. Then in a life body, life form.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you put that in a container?
Yeah, like a petri dish.
Like a what?
Petri dish, like cell containers, like
Okay.
where they grow cells and then they test out
So
under
it's
microscope.
a dish, right?
Yeah.
It's a dish. So you put the cell there, and what happened?
And then you will use the virus to infect the cells and see if they show like particular thing like symptoms or that particular gene you want them to express the protein or like the signal you want to have.
Okay, and your job is to each time write the result?
Yes, and like we also need to deliver like the products. Like if it works, our clients will want that particular virus be delivered to them because it's like their particular products that they want to use for later, like in vivo or like clinical trial research. So our first step is to help them be able to deliver that particular genome into the cells. And then later they can use that for like animals, human beings, like to cure human disease is the end goal.
Well, if you go as far as curing a human disease, I mean, you already have done a lot of research.
Yeah, it takes a while to do because like, like ATCG, that kind of special code, right? Everything is so small but so complex. They change a little bit thing and then the total stuff will be
A different result.
exactly. And they have some off-target effects. It's like you get it inside the, like, maybe you think it's the same thing, but when you start to do the research project, and it's not the thing you expected. So that's the fun thing about science. Yeah.
You have to start over.
Yeah.
So a lot of things are factors like the temperature maybe.
Yeah, temperature.
Outside the temperature,
Yeah.
the humidity maybe.
Yeah.
I don't
or
know.
the people, like if they're good or like their technique is not good. Yeah.
Yeah, or the vibes in the air, the energy in the air maybe influence things.
Yeah, it will.
It will.
Yeah.
So if you're happy, maybe you get better results, right?
Yeah. We kind of like make fun of ourselves. It's like sometimes you work, you talk to yourselves. It's like, please grow better this time.
Oh,
Or like
you
some,
talk to the cells.
yeah. It's like you're like,
You develop a sense of humor.
yes, with a life form. And like some people like work in vivo if like they have like more animal research experience.
Okay.
Like of course you will connect to like the animals, right? Because like they're sweet, they're cute, and then like yeah, there's like two sides of it.
But you don't hurt them too much, right?
Yeah, it's all under the guideline, and then like everything
Yeah,
is
so that
for
they are
protocol.
saved in the end, right? I mean, you don't want the animal to die, right? So you go to a certain point, then you stop.
Uh, it's more like you go to certain point and then like the study finish.
Mm.
So if like the study is finished, it depends on what kind of like experiments that has happened to the animals.
Okay.
That it need to be like handled in a certain way under a very humane way. Yeah.
Okay. But you don't euthanize them after. You don't put them to sleep after, do you?
So I don't really work with animals like right now.
Oh, you do in vitro, you said.
Yes,
Oh, it's my
yes.
mistake. Okay. So basically, you prepare what you actually want to test later on a real life animal.
Um, like, uh, like research for our clients mostly. So it's like they will use that maybe in vivo is like to test on animals, but if like in vitros they will be test on cells, something like that.
Okay. And that's a very long, time-consuming a process. Like how many tests do you do per day?
For me, I did like more than 20, 30s per day.
Oh,
20,
wow.
it's a really fast like process. Yeah.
And then you eliminate. You go by process of elimination.
We go by like projects, so it's like 20, 30 projects at one time.
Okay.
So every project takes like 21 days or like sometimes shorter, 14 days. It's also because our technology is like slightly longer, but like if some other like ways out there, they are not like the same technology we have using, that one is actually really short time. It's only like 2-3 days, right? That one is fast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you work an average of 5 days a week?
Yeah, 5 days a week. But like we sometimes come in on Sunday to cover like some of the works need to be done on Sunday, so like Monday can be faster.
Okay. So did you already graduate or are you doing an internship?
I already graduate.
You're already a researcher.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you officially like a doctor.
I wish.
You wish?
Doctor at heart.
No. I mean, to do research, you gotta have a certain level, right?
I have a master degree in biotechnology.
Yeah.
So like also work in like biotech area for 3+ years.
Okay. So you are, I would say, already well prepared for this job. I mean, if you have all that school plus all that work, you don't need someone to hold your hand every minute of the day, right?
Yeah, I need to start to hold hands for the others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your hope with this is to discover what? I'm going to be blunt with you. What are you trying to discover?
So what I'm trying to discover is there are so many ways in the pharmaceutical area that like claim can cure human disease. And especially for myself, after I graduate, I go through a time to believe what is right, what is wrong in this area. And what I'm trying to discover is, especially after the CRISPR technique is out there, that like give people hope that you can change human genome in a very fast, effective way that like no one can imagine before. I'm trying to see.
Okay, for people who don't understand what genome is, can you tell us a couple of things what it is?
Genome is like something, as you know, like our body have cells, and then inside the cells has nucleus, and then inside the nucleus we have like particular so-called the DNA. That's what we call the genome, and that's also the fundamental basis we consider like all the symptoms we express like on human beings or like plants or animals. So it's like the code of life forms. Like,
Oh, that's why some people are resistant to disease and some are very weak.
yeah, yeah. And also it's like one of the way to discover if like two person are related, right? They can
Yeah.
test their DNA and see the similarity and see if they are like brothers or sisters or siblings or like a father or son, mom and daughter or something like that. The similarities.
Oh, okay. And then if they have similarities, then you give them the similar treatment.
It really, I believe so. I believe so. If like they have some genetic modified like products that can cure that particular disease, and if they detect the genome and they are similar, like the target or like the code is similar, they can definitely use the same product to try to see if can like use on this like same particular like mutation on that genome. It's like one of the recent thing they discover is for like HIV. If you can be cured, there is like something called the CCR5. That one is they find out is really common in that particular like disease that can be cured, and then they started to like more target it and do more research on that particular way, and definitely like I believe what you said is possible.
Okay, so people who do research, like you mentioned in HIV, are the same kind of thing done in every country? Do you, or everybody does their own thing?
I'm not sure how open-minded they are, or maybe they are more like closed door and do their stuff. From some of the papers, like they are doing similar things. It just depends on who is faster. And also, like sometimes they have like collaborations between all these like research facilities, and they will like discuss and see like how far you go, how far we go, and then it can be like collaboration.
And
Yeah.
one might be faster than the other.
Yeah, if one is faster, who is like they got the advantage, right?
So your company, you say it's a startup.
Yes.
They developed a technology, right, for AAV virus?
Yes, yes.
Okay, AAV stands for what?
AAV stands for adeno-associated viruses.
Okay.
So it's actually a byproduct with adenoviruses. It's a mysterious founding by like a scientist.
Oh.
And it's like actually safer because like everyone, we all have it.
We do?
We do, yes.
So it's dormant.
Uh-huh.
It's dormant. And if it wakes up, what do we get?
We wakes up, what do you mean?
The virus become active. What disease do we get?
So far, it's supposed to be harmless. That's what I learned about.
Oh, it's harmless. So
Yeah.
why you do research on it?
That's the reason why, because it's supposed to be harmless for human beings. That's why we genetic modify this particular virus, and then like you can carry the certain genome for the human beings, and then still like not causing like any bad or side effects for yourself or like the particular person who is taking the treatment. Yeah.
Okay, and the treatment is for what? I mean, what is the end goal? I mean, you say everybody has it.
Oh,
and
that the particular
and
virus?
somebody might need your treatment to cure what?
It really depends on what genome you put in that virus. So, I mean, like the wild type, we have it, but we don't have the genetic modified one. So, if like, particularly if that virus actually has a lot of potential. That's the exciting part that like
Okay.
I'm working on.
Yeah.
And then if it's like muscular dystrophy, or like they can change like particular genome, and then like they put it in that virus, and then they can carry it inside that like
The person.
person, and supposed to be able to like if it express it changes, supposed to be able to like cure that muscular dystrophy, like one time.
Oh, okay.
And it also can be used on other areas too, like hemophilia. Depends on what kind of genome you put in it. It's really.
Okay, okay. So you take something that everybody has and you insert something in it that could fight something else.
Yes.
This is it?
Sounds very easy, right?
No, I mean, okay, so you have the AAV virus.
Yes, yes,
You're going to put modification in it,
yes.
and then that virus will become a friend to someone who has a certain disease and help him fight it.
Or like change it fundamentally.
Change it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you have seen some good positive sign that it could?
Actually, there is like I forgot the company's name, but like it's already being approved one of the AAV virus product in Europe that they are actually already out there can be used to cure disease on human beings.
Oh.
But I don't remember
The name?
the name of that particular like drug. Yeah.
Okay. So that drug would be inserted in that person with a disease that you mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
like paralysis, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and that virus that's modified will help them gain movement, right, or something.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Supposed
it?
to be, yes.
Yeah.
So it's like a hope for something that is supposed to be impossible.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So that is good.
Yeah, that's what I believe in.
Yeah. And your company started where?
It actually started like in California, Hayward.
Oh, okay.
It was originally a two-person company, and then like my boss like he tried really hard, fight for like 6-7 years,
Mhm.
and then now we grew to like a 10-12 people company, and our clients always ask, it's like, everyone else has so many people, how can you guys only 10 people do things that people have hundreds of people to do?
But
Well,
if you need the funding to have 100 people.
yeah, that is one thing. Another thing is also that because of the pattern we have, and then like our advantage is like we can produce more AAV compared to our competitors, use less manpower. So that's like something that we are kind of specialized in.
Oh.
Yeah.
So whoever are your founders, they said to do that kind of research, we can speed it up with this process.
Yeah, yeah. It's also like something unexpected, like especially I work in this area, like you sometimes you expect the results to turn out this way, but it turned out some other way. And then for him actually it's like that he was like doing his research, he founded this company without the pattern, so it's like just all in, just do it, right? And then when he read the special paper and have this idea, and he modify like these adeno associated viruses, it actually works, and then he filed the patent. So for us it's actually we have the company first and have the patent after. It's a big risk. Yeah.
So after he found out that it works, whatever he did on that virus, he said, let's do more research for many kind of ailment or disease, and let's
Yeah.
hire people to develop for each disease.
Right now we are doing it. So that's like what I mentioned at the beginning, like we got more investors,
Yeah.
and then like especially this area is growing, so like the new company we have is going to be focused on that area, like develop more disease and see which one can be better to move on to like later clinical trial. Like,
Yeah, where there's the most needs.
yeah, exactly.
Now, let's say you discover something. Is this going to cost a fortune for people to buy, or is it going to be funded too by some, grants for people to be able to use it?
I believe for this like kind of products for this special one-time treatment is going to be expensive.
Like $13,000?
If it will be covered by insurance, that would be great.
Oh, if it was.
Yeah, if it will be, yeah. It's going to be expensive, I believe so.
So if you see some positive result, you will ask the insurance company to pay for it.
You mean like if the patient is trying to like get this treatment, right?
Yeah.
I believe like it's supposed to. It really depends on the policy, like if the insurance will cover or not. But right now, if like genetic treatment, from what I know about something out there, they're expensive. They're expensive. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not for everybody.
Hopefully it will be for everybody soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But right now it's for a few people who have a very specialized insurance or who have a lot of money.
From actually like for the AAV virus, like right now they have one particularly approved in Europe, and like especially they have many like specialty in this area. So it's like it might work on some people, but it might not work on every single individual. So definitely it will cost more, and it's very specific. I believe so.
No, we know in Europe they have socialized medicine. So in Europe, I know that the government will do everything to help everybody, but not in certain other areas, correct? I mean, I'm not sure, but what do you think?
Right now, I hope there will be a way like this way, but I don't really see the research we are doing or government funded. We are like private
Company.
Yeah.
So if you put out there a medicine or a virus that people can inject, it is also going to be privately manufactured.
That really depends on the So for the partner we work with who use our technology, I believe, from what I know, they are privately manufactured.
Okay.
So they are big pharmaceutical companies own their brand, and then delivering their product from. We do the research, and they do like the later on stages. So that if based on what you mentioned about, that is like private owned
Company.
Yeah.
So you have people who are funding you who are pharmaceutical companies?
It's more like the investors, angel investors.
Angel investors,
Yeah.
okay. But later on, a pharmaceutical company will manufacture.
Like they are using our technology to manufacture right now. So if I didn't say clear enough, it's like the company I'm working in right now, and then like we are doing the first part like research. So other people like they like our technology, they will license and then do their like later phases like phase 1, 2, 3 on human beings and manufacture their own particular genetic modified cure human diseases drug to give to FDA to get approval. And then like the new company we are doing is like we are trying to also do our own particular like clinical phase 1, 2, 3 drug, but we are more like at the beginning stage, and we have like many different areas that we are working on and trying to see which one will be like a breakthrough, which one will work. So it's testing. Yeah.
Okay. So so you're already licensing your technology, correct?
Yes, we are.
Okay. But on top of that, you do your own research
Yes,
with that technology.
exactly.
I got it. So what disease does your founder want you to concentrate on?
They right now want to like concentrate on like human blindness, like eye disease.
For eye disease, okay.
Yeah.
And works?
Hmm?
It does work?
It's like we're trying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like this area has great potential. That's like something we are trying to work on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is intense.
It is.
It is intense.
Yeah.
Because you have millions of people out there waiting for you
Yeah.
to come up with something.
Yeah, we are hoping it works too. Like, because there's so many things you can change to try to make it work. So like we are doing a lot of different types of the genome
Mm-hmm.
a little bit different, and then
Yeah.
we're testing like there are some like new constructs. We have like 30, 40 already working on them like fast.
Very fast.
Yeah, trying to see.
What do you think of these discoveries they did in Germany with the artificial things where you can see something? I mean,
Oh.
they transmit image to the brain. I don't know, but you those are like external things. They won't solve the internal problem, but they are external solutions that
Yeah.
allow you to see shapes and whatever.
Yeah.
But your product will also allow you to see shapes and maybe more later, something like that.
Yeah, it's more like trying to actually cure like the blindness of the person so then they can start to see again.
Completely.
Maybe like 70%.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
so the whole thing to cure that part that doesn't work in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it might be have the potential. It's like also when people are aging or like people have short sight seeing or something, like that can be a way to
Reverse it.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh, so anti-aging, investors might be interested in that
Yeah, yeah.
because I know that Ellison, what's his name? He's the CEO of Oracle. He invests in anti-aging research. So he might be. Oh, Larry Ellison. He might be interested to invest in your company.
Okay. Oh, good to know.
You heard about him? He's the CEO of Oracle. They have like 60,000 employees in Aritude Shore. Anyway, that's came to my mind because I know he
Thanks.
is interested in anti-aging research. So I understand your profession, all about your profession. So what do you do all day? You sit down, or do you walk around, or do you make any suggestion, or are you given a plateau full of things to test?
Yeah, actually, like we sit down like to talk about what we are doing and what is the plan
there's
for
staff
today.
meeting? Okay.
Like yeah, and then like walk around a lot to do the experiments, and also like all the other researchers like wear the goggles and then like the mask, the gloves,
Why?
and then start to do the
Why?
research.
Is it contagious?
It's more like for self-protection, I believe.
Okay.
And also for the things we are working on is highly require like sterile aseptic techniques. So we need to like keep everything clean as possible.
Oh, so you have to follow some
Yeah.
you have to follow some protocol so that
Yeah.
You don't forget to do it, right?
Yep.
You have a checklist every day?
Kind of, yes. Like you do. Like we'll have to be real clear is like what is going to be done for today and then like make it happen right. And also like sometimes also really detail oriented have to be like what you do, you need to have like know what you did because like if things go wrong, you can start to like think about what process might be the problem and start to like change or like improve. So it's like kind of a work that use a lot of like
Memory?
memory and brain.
You can actually use a GoPro camera that film everything you do.
Yeah, that will be like a more like tech thing. Tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know those cameras that you put on your forehead? You heard about them?
Yeah. GoPro.
And GoPro. So you don't have to touch the camera. You just put it there and it record for you. And then if you forgot something, you can rewind.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, because you say you have to remember, does that mean you didn't write it down the day before?
It's more like when you are doing the experiment. It's kind of like the process is like you have a laptop in your brain and then it's like all the things start to like one after step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, you still have to do a decision making. Have a
Exactly.
decision making process.
Yeah.
Oh, so the researcher has to decide what to do next.
Yeah. You
Pretty
can put it
much.
this way.
I mean, you're given a certain set of work, but then during the work, you have to decide certain things, what to do next.
Yeah, also you can call that like the technique, and like people handle things, some do better. So it's more like small details, like practice makes perfect. If like you do it every single day, or like you're just proficient at what you do, and then sometimes like the same work, some people just do better. Yeah.
Okay. So, are women doing better than men in that area because they're a little bit more attentive? I don't know,
I believe
or
like,
more patient, maybe.
well, in our company we definitely have more women than men. I don't know if that can represent the whole industry though. Yeah. I believe like if you call the total, if in biology program, the one I attended also have more women than men for some coincidence, but I'm not sure is that like a thing or it's more like it just happened to be. Yeah.
Maybe because it's a job where you don't need too much muscle. I mean, it's just mostly mental.
Uh-huh.
So a woman can do it. She doesn't need to be strong. She doesn't need to lift weights. She doesn't
Yeah.
need to go and do constructions, whatever. She can do it.
Well, maybe.
Or maybe it's another quality that women have. Patience, I think. Women
Yeah.
have the patience to sit down and do the work.
I believe definitely is like a lot of like you need to be innovative like when you have an idea,
Mm.
like it might be a lot of times get shut down, but like have to make your voice being heard, because you never know, like maybe that is something that you found or something that can improve the process, but like everyone has their own
To share.
perspective. Yeah, so you
So,
would be
so
good to
your
share.
founder encouraged sharing?
We've been through our time. Originally, we are more like close-minded, but now it's more like, oh, it's
Teamwork.
better sharing, teamwork. Yeah,
Oh, teamwork, yeah. They say you can accomplish a lot more.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
I saw on LinkedIn someone put a quote, you can accomplish things that you could never accomplish by yourself
yeah.
by working in. Everybody cooperate no matter where
Mm-hmm.
the feedback comes from, you know.
True.
Yeah, so yeah, that's good. You gotta have a sense of teamwork, and then share ideas, and then you'll see some progress in the end.
Yeah.
So that's the idea of your company, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you've been there. You said 1 year.
3 years now. Three.
Oh, you've been in California 3 years.
California, I think 5 years.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So that's why your English is so good.
Thanks.
Although you don't talk too much during the work itself.
Yeah.
You don't
You're,
talk to.
you're totally right. So, like during the work, we are mostly
Silent.
silent. Yeah, doing more than talking, and like that's why I really appreciate it. Like when we present our data, when we present our work,
You can talk.
yeah, you can finally like share what is happening, what you have been doing every single day, and like sometimes science is more like the thing that you really need to put your heart in and sit really still to like read paper and then like trying to do your job, so that like you will have the results that you are expecting, because like there's so many things that you need to learn, and like just like those viruses, like we try so many different constructs, like 30, 40. So far, we are still trying to find that one that actually works. So it really, in like a 1 month period of time, so it really takes a lot of like thinking, trial, yeah, and also like a lot of dedication and then focus. So
You know that eventually you'll do it.
eventually, keep trying, keep failing.
Yeah, keep failing until you do it.
Yeah. We actually before now I do more research part, and then like many of our clients, like they send so many different things for that particular disease, and like we are doing the same thing, like
You look at the documents.
I mean like, so we are all trying like to for that particular disease, like try be innovative and then like try different construct to see which one works.
Oh,
Yeah.
Before working on the blindness, did you work on another one a couple years ago, maybe?
Before that one, like I believe I work on the muscular dystrophy. That's
Okay.
one work
Okay.
on
And
before.
you made some progress.
For that one, that I don't really know because like I was working on the early research project, and
Mm-hmm.
after that, we deliver the product to the customers. They go on continuing their own manufacturing and everything. Especially, it takes a long time to prove. So I didn't really see any feedbacks from the customer, but I saw them definitely sending on more like muscular dystrophy products for us to do the research on. So maybe they're still testing. Yeah.
So it's not it's a work in progress. It's
Exactly.
never finished.
Hopefully they will finish.
Oh, okay. Do you have a picture of the virus
The picture, I mean, can
on
find
your
it online.
cell phone?
Cell phone? Let me see.
No, I'd be curious. I mean, maybe it's a picture that's enlarged, maybe
Let me
with
see.
the microscope.
The surprising thing is,
Google AAV virus. Let's see if you find a picture of it.
yeah, it's very pretty. I think it's
It
pretty,
is,
but
it
I
is.
don't know.
You took the picture.
Let me find this one. Like, I will find this one like online. It's like this.
Oh, so pretty.
It's really colorful.
Oh my God, it's beautiful. It's full of colors. It looks like the galaxy.
It is.
It's so beautiful. And you see this move a little bit and change. And
I didn't really see the virus form, but
Yeah.
then like I see them in the cells.
you see those? So pretty. So you go to Wikipedia and you type AAA virus,
Yeah, AAV virus.
AAV virus, and you see that picture?
Yes.
So pretty. So pretty. So you actually see the color.
It's like you have to use that special microscope,
That
and then
add color.
yeah, they do. Like they use programming actually later to add color.
So
But
you can see better
yeah,
the different part of the
yeah,
virus.
different amino acid and everything.
Oh,
But if
okay.
you look under the microscope, I believe it will be black and white.
Okay.
Yeah.
But with all these added ingredients, then you can see the color and you see the color change.
In the computer, yes.
In the computer, you can see.
Mm-hmm.
But the actual virus is invisible to the human eye.
Exactly. Yeah, it's so small. And they have those like electric microscope. When they look
Oh.
at it, it's like black and white, so it's not colorful.
Oh.
But after they edit it by the software, it will be very interesting, like colorful, and then like
Like you multiply the size of it millions of times until you
Yeah.
actually see that.
yeah. That's like one of those moments you realize, whoa, we're so small. I mean, like there are so many other things that we don't even know. Like it's right there, but it's so tiny that like you need to use like microscope, use technology to see it, and it's inside our body too. I don't know, like we have AAV before until like I started work in this area, and then I read online about the paper and the abstract, and they said like actually AAV exists in every single human being. It's just harmless, so we don't know.
But it's also the HPV viruses in every woman, I heard, or something like that, right?
Oh, that one I'm not sure.
Isn't there like a virus that every woman carries until it wakes up or something? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Oh no, maybe it's a vaccine. I don't know. I have
Yeah.
to look it up because it's been a while since. But some women have a virus and they have to be treated for it. I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, there's so many things. I think it's HPV, but I'm not sure.
I believe so. HPV. I heard about it, but like personally, I didn't get the vaccine. No.
Okay, you didn't. You did good. Maybe you didn't have it then. But they say we all carry it, but it wakes up only like in a small minority number of people.
Okay.
It's like it becomes a cancer, but a certain kind of cancer.
Yeah, I heard there are two strains.
Yeah.
One is like will
It's
be a
in
monster. One is like very chill.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So you have the malignant and the benign one, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you did great. We did 45 minutes. That's exactly what I told you will take.
Okay.
But I enjoyed finding out a little bit about how research is being done and all that. So all day you have a microscope on your viruses?
Yeah. We work with like microscope a lot actually. And then like another one we work with a lot is the biosafety cabinet
Oh,
that like we do the research in.
okay. And you have a computer that enlarge all the pictures and all that.
Yes.
Wow. So you have many technology here.
Yeah, trying to be like have more like now they have more machines that can particularly detect the quality of the virus just because like this is blooming, so they have like companies actually manufacture. One is called like Watt, and then they particularly have the machine that can detect the quality of the virus, and they catch this opportunity, and I believe they're doing pretty well right now.
Oh, that's good. I mean, if the virus is actually alive or dead,
Or
or
like
half
how,
dead,
yeah,
or half
or
dead.
how good the quality is. Like
I know vaccines is when you kill the virus in half. I mean, you keep it alive, but you insert it half dead in you, so it doesn't kill you completely. So you want to see that you want a live virus in front of your microscope.
well, yeah, they're alive, yeah.
You want a one that's active, something like that.
But like this virus particularly supposed not duplicate in our body, so
Oh, it doesn't
it,
duplicate.
yeah,
It's just there.
yeah, so like supposed to be safe, supposed to be safe.
Oh, good. So that's the good news. So you don't need to worry whether it's
Yeah.
dead or alive. Or it's not going to
Yeah.
duplicate itself like a
Yeah.
cancer cell or anything.
Yep, supposed not be like that.
Okay. All right. So you gave us an overview. You know, for people who never heard of it, it's a good overview. So thank you so much. I enjoy your explanation of all the black areas. I don't understand all the shadows. So I'm sure there's a lot more. I mean, you didn't study for years for me to learn in 45 minutes, right? So, but I understood a few things. Thank you so much. I'm sure you enjoy your profession. Maybe in that profession, add a little bit more communication so that you're not too isolated and silent. And what else we said? We can add, maybe add music, you know, make things happy.
That will be fun.
Yeah. So thank you so much. I enjoy interviewing you.
Thank you.
Mm.